storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone.
Right, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to Chickens on the Loose podcast. And in today's podcast, we'll be talking about the post-match dreaded Doncaster game, the pre-match Fleetwood game, the weather forecast for the Fleetwood game, and instead of the latest news today, we're going to look back on the predictions of what we did at the beginning of the season. We're also going to have a chat about, vent about anything, what's on your plate, and also we're going to go through game by game games in League Two. But before we start this podcast, if you're listening basically in the future, you'll probably notice there'll be You Never Walk Alone at the beginning and end of this podcast. And this is for basically the memorial at Bradford City. Saturday will mark the 40th anniversary since the Bradford City fire. On the 11th of May, basically people got injured and sadly passed away. And that was the 11th of May 1985. So You Never Walk Alone we played at the beginning and at the end of the podcast to remember the 56. So let's get this podcast started. So hopefully Jack should be able to hear me and Lee should be able to hear me.
Loud and clear.
Hello, Johnny.
Becky, if you are here, love, I've sent you a request to follow, not to follow, to speak. We're talking about your game. So, starting off with Jack, what was your thoughts on the Doncaster game?
I think we played decent. Obviously, we had another red card, which I think let us down yet again. Baldwin did have warnings from the referee to walk away, and he didn't walk away. Even Sam Walker pushed him away, and he decided to go back to the referee and say something, and then turn around and say something again. So obviously he got a straight red card for that. But I think we played decently well with 10 men, to be fair. It was just very unlucky that our fans ruined our concentration for the players, I think, because everything happened in the away end with Donny fans, with our fans. Obviously, it stopped the game for about 5 minutes. And then obviously Billy Sharp decided to go score straight away. Sam Walker's positioning was absolutely shocking. He might as well have gone and sat with the Donny fans because he just wasn't in the right position, to be fair.
And Lee?
Can't disagree with any of that, to be perfectly honest. I just thought we were okay until we went down to 10 men, and then wheels just fell off big time then, didn't they? We were under cosh for the rest of the game. I think many of us thought 2-1 Doncaster, but probably out of loyalty to Bradford. I know I'll certainly put my hand up to that. I went for 2-0. I thought we could do it. I really did. And now it all comes down to one game, which we'll be talking about soon, but I don't think we were ever destined to win that game. We're Bradford City fans. And if you've watched Bradford City for any length of time, it's always like this, up and down and ups and downs. And do you know what? We've come through before, and I believe we're going to come through this time too.
Yeah. I've got a bit of a confession to make. So the 70th minute, I decided to leave the game. I could not hack it. I was fuming of basically we were losing 1-0. Basically referee then sending off. So I left 70th minute. I got an Uber and I went down to the train station. I got into the train station, looked at my phone, penalty. I'm like, you kidding me? Screaming, come on, penalty and all that lot. Everyone looking at me like some weirdo. And then got about to jump on my train and bloody right, he missed it. Absolutely fuming. And then obviously Billy Sharp scored and then, Cleachlow scored to make it 2-1. But like I say with you guys, just want our day. Bradford, it's a Bradford City thing. Roller coaster of emotion. And it's all boiling down to the last game of the season. Haru, why are you here? Sneaking in. What was your thoughts on the Doncaster game, bud?
Guys, my thoughts on the Doncaster game, Jesus.
Haru, you're very quiet.
Thinking that.
You're quiet,
can you
mate.
hear me now?
No, you're quiet.
No. Still, 1 second.
Sound like you're in the back of a room somewhere.
It's happening again.
It's happening again. We've had podcast after podcast, technical issues after technical issues. Just can't get rid of these technical issues. Are you talking through your headphones or your phone here?
I'm talking through my headphones now.
Right. Can you take your headphones out?
Can you hear me now?
Perfect. You get your sense on your headphones, mate.
Right, hey guys.
Anybody sees me ears flying past your window, can you send them back to me?
Guys, my thoughts on the Doncaster game. I went in there with my hopes high. I didn't think we were going to lose. I thought we were either going to win or draw the game. I wasn't bothered if we either won or drew, because it's just a point at the end of the day, which is still mattered. Obviously, we did lose 2-1. What was that? It was just like we were tired or something like that. We just weren't paying attention. The players weren't paying attention and all that. And again, we were playing in the blue kit. And obviously, Baldwin sending off at half time in the tunnel. I think that's what hurt us as well. I think what also hurt us is that we didn't have Richie in the game. Obviously, Small got sent off at Swindon, missing 3 games, which was Chesterfield, Notts County, and Doncaster. I think we really missed Smallwood out there on the pitch. That's just my opinion. But yeah, then obviously what happened after that penalty, it was just chaotic. So overall, I'm not happy with the performance on that day, and hopefully we can improve for tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
And that slides us perfectly what everybody's here for. Bradford versus Fleetwood. One massive game. So Bradford City versus Fleetwood Town live on Sky Sports Plus at 3:00. And the referee is Martin Coy. And Mr. Coy has had 13 League One appearances and he's dished out 35 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. In League Two, he's had 10 appearances, 35 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 1 red, no penalties. In the FA Cup, he's had 3 appearances, 9 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 3 penalties. In Championship, he's had 1 appearance, 7 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. National League, 1 appearance, 5 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. Altogether, he's had 28 appearances, 91 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 1 red, and 3 penalties. And then the couple of stats for you. So Fleetwood have lost against Swindon 4-0. lost against Chesterfield 3-0, drew 0-0 with Barrow, lost against Harrogate, and then beat Newport 2-0. Bradford's previous games are the 2-0 against Crewe, lost 5-4 against Swindon, drew against Notts County, drew against Chesterfield, and then lost 2-1 against Doncaster in the Yorkshire derby. Andy Cook is still Bradford City's top goal scorer with 12 goals. He's had no assists and 22 matches played. Craden has 9 goals, 7 assists, and he's played 34 matches. Bradford have scored 11 goals in their last 5 matches, ranks number 1 at home this season. Andy Cook has the most shots on target per match for Bradford, 1.4. Fleetwood have scored 3 goals in their last 5 matches. Fleetwood have won their previous 3 matches against Bradford City. Phoenix Patterson has created the most big chances for Fleetwood on 12. Then if we head over to the TNA, Bradford's possible lineup is Walker, Byrne, Shepherd, Clinchlow, Halliday, Smallwood, Patterson, Tayo, Sarr, Poynton, and Cav, with Mellon, Lapsey, Lee, Wright, Kay, Huntington, and Hilton on the bench. Bradford City's current position is 3rd. And then Fleetwood, possible lineup, and I do apologise if I butcher these names. If you're a regular to these podcasts, you'll see me butcher players' names left, right, and centre. Right, so they've got Lynch in net, Rooney, Bolton, Melly, Hunt, Neal, Broom, Vertu, Helm, Patterson, and then Davenport, with Moore, Bond, Morrison, Bennett, Potter, Johnson, and I can't even pronounce that, Hittonson, something along the lines of that. League position 14th. Referee Martin Kerr from Sunderland was the man in the middle for City's dramatic 2-1 win at Salford in March. For people who like to bet, the match odds are City 2-5, Fleetwood 6-1, and the draw to 3-1. Last time these sides met, City lost 1-0 to an early goal at Highbury in November. So, Mr. Haru, what's your thoughts on the Fleetwood game?
Oh, Fleetwood, obviously at home. Last game of the season, the final push to secure our 3rd spot in the automatics. Hopefully, and you know what, I'm going to go once again with my head held high. This is our last game of the season, obviously. We have sold out the whole home end. We have sold it out. So fingers crossed we will bring the atmosphere to the game tomorrow, and the lads can repay by putting on a brilliant game, obviously to keep the 3 points and to advance obviously to the League One, finally to get out of this league after being here for 6 years. Fingers crossed it's gonna all go well. It's just gonna be amazing, because obviously last game of the season we've made it this far. It's the final push where all the lads here put everything out there on the pitch tomorrow, and then obviously they can have a big rest after the game. But yeah, just fingers crossed this is the final push of this game of the season. Can Bradford get out of the League 2 and get into League 1? I'm pretty sure they goddamn can. Last game of the season. Come on, City, let's push this. It's going to be a brilliant game, honestly, Johnny. It will be a brilliant game.
You do keep cutting out a bit there, Haru, so I don't know if you want to come back and leave, but your microphone's playing silly buggers, and it's been like...
Say that again, Johnny.
Your microphone keeps cutting out.
I think it's bandwidth on his phone.
Yeah, it's that dial-up internet you're using, bud, in Bradford. You need to get you send, like, 8G or something.
Is it better now?
We'll see what happens. Jack! Hope you're well, Jack. So, Bradford Fleetwood,
hello.
What's going to happen? What's your predictions?
Oh, shit.
I'm actually quite...
Just mute yourself in a minute, Haru, please. Thank you.
I'm very optimistic about tomorrow, to be honest with you. Got Smallwood coming back, haven't we? So I think that will make an impact on the squad. Yet again, I'm going to say about the same as the room. We've sold out the home end. Obviously, things are being put in place for like a march and greeting the players just before kick, like 12 o'clock, half 12. I think we'll go beat Fleetwood very easily, to be honest with you. Yeah, our last 3 meetings against them we've lost, but I think that can change. And we're just going up to League One.
And I see Stan has joined us. How's it going, Stan?
Good evening, everybody. It's going good, thank you. Is everybody all right?
Yeah. So, what was your thoughts on the Doncaster start off with?
Sorry, I was just clearing my throat there. We should have beaten them. You know, I didn't think they were much, but I think it was all the games up to now or recently have been sort of nervy affairs. I think we obviously shot ourselves in the foot, and then, you know, obviously we've been sort of talking about that, or, you know, it's kind of been said. They were there for the taking, and the annoying thing is that we could have gone up last Saturday straight away, you know, because obviously Walsall are doing their best to help us out. So, yeah, like, obviously, I suspect it's with Baldwin, it's a lot of frustration because he was getting nothing out of the referee. He should have just walked away, but he didn't. And, you know, sort of, I thought we had a good second half. It had to be Billy Sharp, didn't it, though, to score against us. And, you know, obviously missed a penalty. So I just hope tomorrow is enough in terms of the fact that it's a home fixture.
Okay, and your thoughts on Fleetwood players?
Well, all I can say is it's in his own hands. Hopefully Smallwood will come back and steady the ship. I think we've made some poor decisions on the field since Swindon, so I'm hoping they're on the beach and, you know, that we do it. Let's hope that, you know, kind of, I think it's going to be a bit nervy. If we score early, I think we'll be okay, but if the longer we don't score, then I think, you know, it might be palpable within the crowd. But I mean, we should beat him, shouldn't we? But yeah, so I'm not gonna make a prediction as well. I'm too much on the fence. I'm too nervous for tomorrow anyway. So. And
before we go to Lee, Becky's rejoined again. So Becky, I know you're a Doncaster fan. Welcome aboard.
Hey up, mate. You alright?
Yeah. So your team, obviously you kicked Bradford's ass 2-1. What was it like in the game from your perspective?
I mean, from my perspective, it was brilliant. I think the first half, that first half an hour or so, I think up until one of your players ended up going off injured, I thought Doncaster to a man were brilliant. And I don't so much mean in, you know, I don't think we were playing free-flowing, attacking football and creating loads of chances, but I think all those, you know, those 50-50s we were winning, we had an element of control. Obviously, we got that goal. Aidan Baldwin getting sent off at half time, you know, I think we've all kind of said enough about that, and that sort of gave Donny an advantage. But, I mean, to be fair to Bradford, I think in the second half, I don't know, I always think it's harder to play against 10 men. I think Doncaster, the longer it stayed 1-0, they retreated a little bit. It was a bit nervy. We invited a little bit more pressure from Bradford. You got the penalty by this point. I kind of thought, well, if you scored it, then I couldn't really argue against it. You know, we were our own worst enemies in that second half. Thankfully, you know, we got the save. Billy Sharp scored straight afterwards. And I think it was only for those maybe 30 seconds when we were 2-0 up that I could kind of fully kind of relax and enjoy the atmosphere. And then sod's law, we let you back into the game. But yeah, from a Donny perspective, obviously I'm made up with promotion. I think it's still lovely, beautifully poised going into our Notts County game as well. I think they've still got a chance at autos. We're really good away from home. We're defensively a lot more sound than we have been, all season. We're finally scoring some goals. They're dangerous. I think when I've seen County play, in that first half against you, I thought they looked really good. I think there'll be goals in it. I think my heart saying 2-1 Donny, head saying 2-2 draw. And yeah.
And one last question for you, Becky.
Yeah.
This is the important question you'll probably hear all your life.
Go on.
Are Doncaster going up as champions, or are you finishing second?
I think Port Vale have got quite a tough game at home to Gillingham. I think if you look at the league table, it suggests otherwise. But Gillingham are in really good form at the minute. Port Vale are good at home. I think Darren Moore's a really good manager. I think Port Vale will win 2-1. And I think, as I said, I think Doncaster might draw 2-2 in Notts County. So I think Port Vale will just edge it and take the title.
Right, I'll be coming back to you in a bit, Becky. Lee,
Yeah.
DJ Lee. Hope you're well, mate.
Yeah, not bad. And welcome, Becky.
Hey, hope you're alright.
Yeah, not bad. I've recovered now.
Good.
So, Fleetwood Lee, predictions? And what do you think's going to happen?
Do you know, I'm full of confidence. I've been down this road a million times, it seems. Anybody remember a certain game against Liverpool we needed to win to stay up in the Premier days?
Yeah, I've
And what
seen it on
happened?
Premiership years.
We won. And we can do it tomorrow. I think we'll win. I don't think it'll be 1-0, and I don't think, it'll be a magnificent header, and I think it'll just be hard work. I think the only thing that should matter to all of those players is by hook or by crook we get 3 points, because nothing less is going to do the job. We need 3 points, end of. Otherwise, it's in the lap of the gods, isn't it? We could end up in the playoffs with the way the last games are going. 3 points, 2-0 Bradford, get in.
Okay. And for the, hopefully, last time of this season, Stan, I need you to say your line for me, please. If you're still here.
Sorry, Johnny, were you talking to me then? Sorry, I was just in the kitchen.
Yeah. If you could do for last time this season, can you do your line for me, please?
Yep. The weather is sponsored by Stan Jobber Photography, where capturing your image is my focus.
Hopefully that's the last time we hear this season when Bradford City go up to League One. So your weather forecast tomorrow is the sun will rise at 5:28 and will set at 8:43 p.m. It's going to start off a bit cloudy. It's going to be 9 degrees. It's then going to work its way up to 14, 15 degrees. And when kickoff happens, it'll be 16 degrees. And then it's going to cool down in the middle of the night. So wear your shorts, bring your sunscreen lotion, and it should be a good day of football. Right.
Perfect day for football.
So, Haru, Lee, and Stan, possibly, if you were here for this, it's time to revisit where our season predictions, where teams would finish.
I even remember them.
Can you remember them, Lee?
I've got mine written down.
Right.
No chance, I didn't. I never do.
I'll go through mine, and then we'll go to Haru, then Stan, and then Lee, and then we'll move on to something else. So, number 1, I had Port Vale. Number 3, I had Bradford City. Number 3, I had MK Dons. In 4th, I had AFC Wimbledon. In 5th, I had Carlisle. In 6th, I had Gillingham. In 7th, I had Doncaster. And my bottom 2 was Morecambe and Salford. So that were mine. Haru.
Right, before I start, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. You're coming loud and clear in both my ears.
There we go. Me and Lee actually had the same one for first place. Bradford City as champions. Then I had MK Dons and Doncaster in my top 3. And my bottom, then it was Carlisle, Fleetwood, Gillingham and Walsall for my playoff spots. And then for the relegation was Salford and Bromley.
Ooh. Can you remember yours, Stan?
I don't think I made any. I think I missed that at the start of the season.
I looked when I went back on the video. I don't remember hearing Stan's voice in the podcast back then.
It must have been busy. Right, Lee, can you remember yours, bud?
I haven't a clue. I know I have Bradford City as champions, but I'm forever optimistic, as everybody knows.
Haru, did you get Lee's by any chance?
I think I might have got Carlisle right for going down. Maybe
You
more.
had Carlisle in playoff spot, Lee.
Go on.
You had Carlisle in playoff spot.
Carlisle, did I?
Yeah, pretty.
Got that one wrong, yeah.
Everyone's. I'm pretty sure you had Carlisle in
I
playoff.
got that wrong. I don't remember them being in playoffs. I don't think anybody wanted him to go down more than I did, to be honest. But anyway, if I did, I did. I might have had Morecambe down there as well, maybe. I can't honestly remember. Or what it Grimsby? I thought Grimsby might not do so well this season. I'm a clue. I'm crap with stuff like that anyway.
We'll have to revisit the MK Dons preview from start of season.
Oh, I knew we'd beat them.
So, now moving on to where everybody can join in, even people on TikTok and YouTube. This is where we're going to go through individual game and get your score predictions. Just for fun, there's no prizes. So, Accrington and Stanley versus Chesterfield, the first game. I think Accrington and Stanley are going to win that 2-0. Miss Becky?
I think with Chesterfield going for playoff still, I'm going to go 2-1 Chesterfield.
And I just want scores. I don't want people going around the houses. Just scores, please. Haru?
Accrington Stanley versus Chesterfield. I'm wanting Chesterfield to be in playoffs, so I'm going to say Chesterfield win 2-0.
Jack?
2-1 Chesterfield.
Stan the man?
I think 2-0 Chesterfield.
DJ Lee?
I'm going to say 3-1 Chesterfield.
Okay. Next on the list is obviously Bradford Fleetwood. I'm going to go 2-0 Bradford. Becky?
3-0 Bradford.
Haru? Haru?
Haru?
Hear me now?
Yes.
Bradford versus Fleetwood. We need to win, so I'm going to go with a 3-0 victory to the Bantams.
Jack?
3-0 Bradford.
Stan the man?
I'm going to say the word pomidor, which is Polish for tomato. It's basically what it means is that I'm out. I'm not kind of.
In other
I'm
words,
sitting
you're staying on the fence like you've done all year, yeah?
I've come off it occasionally, haven't I? So,
True, yeah, true.
It's only through nerves that I don't want to make a prediction.
DJ Lee?
I know exactly what you mean, Stan, but I'm going to go for a 3-0 win, Bradford. Get in and come on, City.
Harry?
2-1 Fleetwood.
Okay. Then we're going to go Bromley, Cheltenham Town. I think Bromley are going to win that 1-0. Miss Beckett?
1-1.
Haru?
2-0 Bromley.
Jack?
2-1 Bromley.
I'll go 1-1.
Lee?
2-0 Bromley.
Harry?
2-1 Cheltenham.
And if TikTok you do fancy joining, feel free to come and join. Also, if you are listening on TikTok, head over to Chickens on the Loose podcast or Podcast Chickens on X. Come and have a join, come and have a chat, because we're going to deep dive into other teams in a bit. Right. Carlisle versus Salford. I know Carlisle have got nothing to play for, so I think I'm going to go Salford are going to win that 1-0. Becky?
I am going to go 2-1 Carlisle.
Haru?
I'm going to go 1-0 Carlisle on that game.
Jack?
2-0 Carlisle.
I'm going to go 3-0 Salford.
DJ Lee?
0-0. Draw.
Harry?
2-1 Salford.
Colchester, Barrow. I think it's going to end in a 1-1 draw, actually. Becky?
2-1 Colchester.
Haru?
Just looking at stats, I'm going to say Barrow's going to win that 1-0.
Jack?
Just because of the stats.
2-0 Barrow.
Stan the man?
1-0 Barrow.
Lee?
2-0 Barrow.
Harry?
3-1 Colchester.
And then there's just a little small game of Crew Alexander, Walsall. Big up Crew. Big massive Crew fan tomorrow. I think they're going to win 1-0. Becky?
Sorry, mate, I completely missed the team. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, it's just like that little small game. Barrow, not Barrow. I'm thinking of small team then. Crew Alexander Walsall, small, pretty small game. Score prediction.
I'm going to go Crew 1, Walsall 2.
Ooh, boo. Look, I've got no sound effects on today. Haru?
Once again, it's just looking at stats. Both of them are losing games. Do you know what? Me and Johnny, I know you're going to be doing that tomorrow. I'll be doing the same thing. Supporting Crew tomorrow. Crew Alexandra 2, Walsall 0.
Jack?
3-0 Crew. Come on, Crew.
Stan?
Come on.
I think it's going to be 1-0 Walsall.
Oh, boo! 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 You get sacked in the morning.
I'm going to go 2-0 Crew. Come on.
Come on. Harry?
What?
I'm going to go 2-0 Crew. Come on, Crew.
And I've got to say it. Come on, Crew. Big up, Crew. Big up the big ears. Come on. Right. And then we've got a little small game as well. Grimsby versus AFC Wimbledon. I'm going to go 1-0 Grimsby on that because I know AFC Wimbledon have been a bit rubbish recently. Becky?
1-1.
Haru?
2-0 Grimsby.
Jack?
2-1 Grimsby.
Ooh.
I'm going to say 3-2 to Wimbledon.
DJ Lee.
2-1 Grimsby. Why not?
Harry?
2-1 Grimsby as well.
Then we've got Markham versus Harrogate. Markham got nothing to play for, so I think Markham are going to win 1-0. Becky?
1-1.
Haru?
2-0 Harrogate Town.
Jack?
Markham
Stan?
2-0.
2-0 Harrogate.
Lee?
0-0.
Harry?
1-0 Harrogate.
Okay. Then we've got Newport Tranmere. I think Tranmere are going to win 3-0 on that one. Becky?
1-1 again.
Haru?
Just remember what the teams were again, Johnny.
Newport Tranmere.
Newport versus Tranmere, just looking at stats once again. I'll have to say, obviously, Tranmere will... Do you know what? It's great. 2-0 Tranmere.
Jack?
3-0 Tranmere.
2-2.
Lee?
3-1 Tranmere.
Harry?
1-1 as well.
Oh, and then we've got an even smaller game. Notts County Doncaster. And I've got to say, big up Doncaster. Come on, Doncaster. Smash them. 2-0. Becky?
2-2.
Ooh. Haru?
Massive 3-0.
To who?
Johnny to win 3-0.
Just checking. I didn't catch the first part. Jack?
4-1 Doncaster.
Stand the man.
Sorry, Becky, but I think Donny have probably been out on the pop all week celebrating, so I think it's going to be 2-1 to County.
No offence, mate. It could well have happened.
DJ Lee?
Well, champagne football for Doncaster, 3-0 win.
Harry?
2-1 Notts County.
And we've got an even smaller game, especially for Doncaster. Port Vale versus Gillingham. I'm going to go 1-0 Gillingham. Becky?
2-1 Port Vale.
Haru?
1-0 Gillingham.
Jack?
1-1.
Stand the man.
I think it's going to be 1-0 Gillingham.
DJ Lee.
Come on, the Gills, 1-0.
Harry?
2-1 Port Vale.
And last but not least, I think one of the boringest games ever. Swindon Down versus Milton Keynes Dons.
Swindon Down, where are they?
Somewhere. They're somewhere.
They're down in Wiltshire.
Yeah. So, MK Dons,
Don't
Swindon.
start.
I think Swindon are going to win 2-0. Miss Becky?
2-2.
Haru!
Swindon 3, MK Dons 0.
And every time I say Jack's name, I feel like Vera from Corrie. Jack!
2-all.
I'm the man.
3-1 Swindon.
DJ Lee.
2-0 Swindon.
Last but not least, Harry.
3-1 Swindon.
Okay. Right. So then, I'm going to actually start with Becky on this one. I'm going to throw a curveball at you. I normally do this to Lee when Lee's here, and probably Haru. So, Becky, you're in the dressing room. You're giving your speech to the players. It's an important game.
Yeah.
What you saying?
I'm going to play that interview that Grant McCann did directly after we lost to Crewe in the playoffs last year, which was that he wanted us to go out and win the title, and he didn't want anyone at the club that didn't believe that we could do that. Team talk done.
Okay, quick team talk. Haru! I love when Haru does this and others. Go on, Haru, team talk. You're in the dressing room, lad.
Right.
There we go. Hold on, let me get comfy. Comfy. Go on.
Right. Well, am I pretend to be Graham then, yeah?
Yeah, you're boss man.
Right.
You're changing rooms. Not looking
Right, lads, listen. This is the final game of the season, the final push. We are third currently with Notts County and Walsall right behind us. We need to win and pray to God that they lose their games today. We need to win and secure our third place. We want to get out of this league. In the history, we have spent 6 seasons in this league. You want to get out? Go out on the pitch and work up and make us proud. Go do it. Come on the Bantams!
I love this. I'm going to make this a regular feature next season. Jack!
Get that fucking shirt on. You fight for that badge. You get promoted today, right? You do keep your heads up. Do not lose your concentration. You communicate well with each other. You give the fans what they paid to come here and watch. Let's get to League 2, let's get 3 points, and let's leave this fucking league. Come on, the Bantams.
Jack got a little bit excited there. He meant League 1, didn't you, Jack?
Yeah, but yeah. Okay.
Stan!
Go out and score more goals than Fleetwood.
Is that it? Might drop out.
Well done, Stan.
And I've been looking forward to this all day. DJ Lee, the shop floor is yours,
Let
my
me get
friend.
comfy. Let me get comfy, Billy.
Oh, no. Okay. So Graham Alexander should be saying, for your last 3 games you've been absolute shite. I want you to get on that pitch, and if there's any life left in you when that final whistle goes, I'm going to come on that pitch and kick you into the stand to let the fans deal with. 3 points, or don't come back. Get on with it. Get what I'm saying. Go win.
Amen.
I've been thinking about this all day in my head, and I don't know if it's going to come out like I want it to come out. Some Alan Partridge chit-chat there, but here we go. So Graham Alexander's there, and he's going to say to the players, Smallwood, don't do anything stupid. Whip them balls in. Do some decent set pieces. Tayo, go down them wings, petrify him, you're like Roadrunner, lad. Get down there, Roadrunner it. All play together, your family here. I want you to do this for your mum, your dad, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your pets, your pet chicken, your dog. Barry
Your
the
grandma,
dog.
your granddad.
You're going to do it for your granddad, your nana. Believe you can do this. We've been stuck in this division now for 6 years. Feels like more, but 6 years. Go out there. You've got a packed out crowd here, 23,000 fans. Go and prove to them that you're not bottlers. Forget about every single game. This is the game. This is your Champions League final. This is your World Cup final. Let's get out of this fucking league and up the fucking chickens. Right. Time for a shout about.
I'll back to everyone for that, because you know what? It's not easy, is it?
It's not easy. So, do anyone want to chat about, shout about, vent about anything? Becky?
I think looking at it from an outsider looking in, and I've probably followed Bradford more than any other team in League Two apart from Donny. I think just because of that bit of rivalry and what's to play and things like that. And I've seen quite a few of your games. I think if you can use that crowd, and talking about what Graham Alexander should be saying and things like that, you need to get that crowd on side, use them to your advantage. You don't want to see a single fan leaving that football ground early. You don't. Fight for everything. It might not be pretty, but win those second balls. Don't leave anything on the pitch. And I think, Smallwood coming back into it for you guys, a full house. You get an early goal, you steady those nerves. Do what you do best. Keep the ball on the pitch. Keep control of it. If they've not got the ball, they can't hurt you. And I know, obviously, Bradford, they're a fantastic football club. And I know a lot goes off behind the scenes. I know that you've got the memorial coming up. You've got the players walking on to You'll Never Walk Alone. There's a lot at stake, and it's going to be emotional. And, for what it's worth, I hope you get over the line.
And before we get to Haru, I'm just going to make, not a bit of an announcement, but the City event has tweeted out lots going on tomorrow. And they basically want to get the fans behind the team. So 12:30, greet the players around the ground, fan zone, bar open from midday. And then at 2:10, they're going to march to the ground with the North West Collective. 5:00, if it all goes to plan, imagine the party will start around the ground. Remember to enjoy it, but enjoy it by being basically being polite and stuff like that. So don't do anything stupid. Yeah, so reminder, come and greet the players with us around the ground on Saturday ahead of the biggest game at Valley Parade in 25 years. We'll be congregating around the back of the Cop from 12:30, and the plan is to line both sides of the walkway as the players walk in from the car park to the ground and give them a proper Bradford reception. Flags, scarves, painted faces, as much claret and amber as you can muster. One last game. The rest is history. Haru! Do you want to chat about, shout about, vent about anything?
Right. Obviously, what happened against Donny. Obviously, after the penalty got saved, obviously the massive kick-off that happened in the Bradford end at the Eco Stadium. Obviously, I don't know what I don't know what obviously started it, but obviously, people did get injured. Obviously, I don't know really how to put this into words, but that was just shocking behaviour from Bradford fans itself. Don't get me wrong, it's annoying when a penalty gets saved, a crucial penalty gets saved. Don't get me wrong, it is annoying, but obviously you got the Bradford fans trying to charge towards the Doncaster fans. Obviously Becky was on the TikTok live when we were talking about it before. And you, Johnny, and I'm pretty sure Jack was there as well. It was just shocking behaviour from Bradford fans. Obviously, no doubt about it, the club will be getting fined. 100% the club will be getting fined because I think some of the fans grabbed a barrier and tried to throw it to, I think, who were the Doncaster fans, or tried to throw it out just to go towards the Doncaster fans, which is just wrong because obviously in that section of the stand we had disabled supporters, and obviously that is just wrong. Obviously, people want to feel safe going to games and stuff like that. Honestly, it's just absolutely wrong. And obviously, so we were talking about this live earlier, weren't we, Johnny, Becky, as well, that obviously there was mention on, I think it was Facebook, people might try to bring pyros to tomorrow's game, which I'm going to say this right now, please don't, because obviously what's happening tomorrow is obviously the anniversary of the 56 on the 11th of May, when we're doing a memorial thing at the ground tomorrow. So if you bring pyros, expect to be banned, expect to be thrown out if you do bring pyros, because just don't, because it's just stupid. Because the history of Bradford City, and obviously ever since then, pyros are illegal in the UK. It's just with the rule with all the Bradford fans that we all follow by, you do not bring pyros into Valley Parade whatsoever. So if you're that dickhead who brings a pyro to the game tomorrow, expect a ban and expect stewards to grab you and throw you out, and expect uproar of annoying chants from Bradford fans towards you for bringing a pyro into the stadium. And that's all I've got to shout about.
Jack, just shout about, vent about anything?
The same as Arun, to be fair. Don't bring pyros to the ground tomorrow because it is stupid. Because of what's gone on, obviously we're doing a memorial of the 56 tomorrow, right? And pyros, you don't know what's going to happen if you bring a pyro. It can explode in your hand, it can hurt people. Even if you throw it, it's going to hurt someone. You can die from them. And just think of the people that have breathing problems and everything. It's not going to help. In my opinion, outside of the ground, say when we're doing the march, have a pyro. Don't mind, because you're outside outside and you can breathe basically. But bringing a pyro into the ground is going to piss people off big time. And like Arun said, the stewards aren't going to be careful with you. They will grab you and chuck you out. Just don't be stupid. Honestly, do not be that dumb because of the history. The education system these days is shocking. But going off that, it's a massive game. I want us to go up. I think we will go up. I think all of us Bradford fans want us to go up. We've been in this league too long. Way too long. We've had upsets, especially against Carlisle a few seasons ago in the playoffs. I've met a lot of people this season, aka you, Johnny, Haroon, Becky, obviously Mark, who's a Notts County fan. But I would like to say that we live in Notts County's heads rent free. I think that's it. Thank you.
Lee, do a chat about, vent about anything.
Yeah. A thing that came and raised its head was, I mean, we talked about the penalty being saved. Tyreek Wright, what is it, 21? Why did Lapsley pick the ball up? If you don't have the balls to take the penalty, leave the ball where it is. Why didn't Patterson take it? There were experienced players there that would have probably done a lot better. Tyreek Wright, rush of blood. I understand young players as a coach myself. They just don't want to do everything. And sometimes in a game like that where the rewards are great, I want to be the man. You know, we're not all Bobby Poynton, are we? We're not all Patterson. We're not all, you know, just leave the ball alone. If you don't have the balls, don't pick it up. And the other thing is, that stadium, there is not one ticket left anywhere. It is a complete sellout, or so I'm reliably informed. There won't be a seat anywhere. Don't take pyros. Don't even have the thought to. You're on a day, 40 years. I was there that day. And the last thing I want to see is smoke billowing from anywhere. Don't do it. Because, to coin a phrase from Haroon, which he should have said is, expect to get a black eye. Expect to get a broken nose. Expect to lose teeth. Expect to get your jaw broken. And expect to never be allowed back in Valley Parade, ever. That's how strongly I feel.
Yeah, I should have said that, yeah. You're right, Lee, I should have said it.
Yeah, well said, Lee.
So because it's the last podcast of the season, I hope it is, I've not got one vent, I've not got two, I've got three. And the first one is like, I think it was Haru or Jack was saying and Lee about pyros. Pyros, obviously, I know Lee was at the fire, also other people at the fire. And you bringing that pyro could set people off, it could send them back, they could cry in front of you and stuff like that. Do not bring pyros. And this podcast is not a PG, so don't be a wanker, don't be an arsehole, don't be a bellend, don't be a tosser, don't bring a pyro. Like Jack said, do it away from the ground. If you want to bring one, bring it away from the ground. Do not bring it into that ground. Like Lee was saying there, if you bring that to the ground, especially it's the 40th anniversary of Bradford City Fire, you're bringing smoke into a ground where 56 people lost their lives. Do not bring a pyro to the ground tomorrow. Do it outside. Do it away from the ground. That's my first one. And the second one is obviously about tickets. I've seen on Facebook, I know it's a massive game, but I've seen tickets nearly going for £100 on Facebook and Twitter.
Can I just say that some Bradford City fans have actually gone to Fleetwood today to go pick up tickets for the away end.
That's good thinking, to be honest.
Jesus Christ.
But with tickets,
No, he didn't go. He don't have to. Just saying.
But with ticket prices and stuff like that, you should not be scamming your own fans. What I found out a couple of years ago is that basically if you flog a ticket, say Lee buys a ticket off me for 30 quid, you're actually breaking the contract of your tickets. So the club can actually ban you from games because you're making a profit off a ticket what costs 20 quid. So if you want to buy a ticket, do it face value and stop doing stupid prices for tickets. And then, what my third thing? Third thing was, I'm going to say, this podcast has now been going nearly on for 2 years. And the bottom of my heart, I want to say thanks for Haru, obviously Lee coming every time, Callie, Robbie, Diane, Georgia, Grace, multiple people who've come and joined this podcast over this year. I'm going to say this podcast would be nothing without people on TikTok, YouTube and other social sites for joining. So we'll be back again next season. Hopefully it's League One football, but I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, everybody contributing to this podcast week in, week out. And thank you also for Jack and stuff and Becky for coming along and Mark there and Harry who's been chilling somewhere in other corners. Thank you for coming along and thank you for making this podcast what it is. And Lee, you've got your hand up, mate?
I have, yeah. I forgot to mention it because of the way the podcast has gone tonight. I need some help from Bradford City fans or anybody that's collecting badges or anything like that. I have the Premier League squad badges. I am missing a certain Mr. Jamie Lawrence. If anybody knows if they made one or if they didn't, I'm getting conflicting views from people at the moment. But I am trying to locate a Jamie Lawrence pin badge to add to the set. So if anybody...
I'll do some investigations for you, Lee.
Hey?
I'll investigate for you, see if they've even made one.
And some people say they did, some people say they've got one, but they're not going to let them go. And some people say, I don't think they did one. Well, that's just people in general, isn't it? Some people know, some people don't. Some people just get anyway. I need that. I've got 16 Premier League players at the moment that played for Bradford City in that period. I don't have Jamie Lawrence, and I would dearly love to be able to add that to the scarf. And until I get it, I'm not going to put those on my memorial scarf yet. So,
Lee, was it a pin badge that you're looking for? Yeah,
it's a round badge with a needle across the back. It's that type. It's that type of thing. So, and it'll just have Jamie Lawrence. I'll put a picture up on one of the chicken sites so you can see what I'm looking for. So, but I want the Jamie Lawrence one if it exists.
Okay.
Just that. And I just want to say, same as Johnny, I just add my thanks to everybody. I think everybody's been absolutely fantastic on the podcast. I know we can't all make it all the time because it'd be packed if it were, but it would be lovely if we could all be on at the same time. Sometimes it would be absolutely fantastic. But have a great summer, and let's hope when we come back, we're in Division 1. Take care, everyone.
and we're not going just yet. We've got another 6 minutes or so. So Harley, welcome aboard. The Carlisle fan. Hope your relegation party is flowing well.
It is doing well at the moment.
What's happening? What's happened, mate? Then with your team?
Well, I don't know what's happening with my team at the moment. It's just that we're not winning. We got beat against Cheltenham. Luckily that I didn't went down to there. So yeah, we've got some news that Carlisle United players, they're on contract, right? And some of them are out of contract, but Mark Hughes has said a secret that some of the players, I think they're starting from scratch, but Mark Hughes is staying at Carlisle United, and the owners as well. They want Clippins out, they want Abbott out, because all the Carlisle United players want them two people out. So it looks like it's going to be protesting on this Saturday.
Okay. So
I'm definitely not happy at the moment with Carlisle United. Just the way things have been. It's been a tight season for us.
So Haru, you know what time it is? You know what time it is, bud? What time is it, Haru?
Yep.
What time is it, Haru?
What's on your plate?
What's on your plate, Haru? Or what are you having for your tea?
God knows what, I'm probably having a barbecue today.
Okay. Harley?
Well, I've had chicken, rice, and veg.
Jack?
Nice healthy tea.
I think I'm having cheeseburgers with my dad.
Nice. Lee?
I'm definitely having a cheeseburger for my tea today. Not had one for a while.
Okay. Right, it's that time again. So I want to say thank you again to everybody who has come on the podcast over the last couple of seasons, and also this season, from Haru to Harley to Jack to Lee to Mark to Becky to Stan to Diane, Callie, Robbie, and Grace, Bubbles. Hopefully we'll be back next season in League One. But if you do like what you're hearing, look for Chickens on the Loose podcast on all podcast services, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And obviously you can listen to podcasts from such as Grimsby, even Sutton's down there somewhere in Series 1. Also we've got a small Facebook page, Up the Chickens on Facebook, where we do Golden Goal every game and Super 6 every year. Follow me on all socials, Chickens on the Loose, on YouTube, TikTok and stuff like that. And I'm going to say thank you again. I know I've said it 3 times already, but let's make it 4th time. Just say thank you again for everybody coming, and it's appreciated on everybody attending, and thank you again. And one more last thing. Up the fucking Chickens. League One, hope here we come. See you next season. Good night.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm,